and you turn it the other way around. And the thing is, I mean, it's self-explanatory. You've got a flat top wheel and you've got a curved bottom wheel. The only way that radius is going to go around there is by turning the panel over. You can't use the flat wheel on here. You've got to go from the back to stretch the edge with a curved wheel inside your radius.
Okay.
Right, we're going to go from there.
I'm getting it.
We're going to stop there now for a minute. We're going to cross wheel this and get this up a bit more. And as this comes up, it'll tighten this again. So therefore it will need relieving again, so on and so forth. So we go back onto our wheel and we'll cross wheel that. Now in this particular instance, right hand will come up. Slightly flat. We'll go with that one for a minute. Raid those rooms, please. To those wells and give the panel a clean, please.
I guess the kind of mental stumbling block that I've had is when you turn this over and the panel is this way, when you're wheeling it, it seems to me that you'd be decreasing that curvature.
Decreasing the curvature?
Yeah. Because I'm used to thinking that when you go through the wheel, you're bending it over the wheel. But you're not.
No, I'm stretching the edges.
Yeah.
If you just bend it over the wheel, then it will just straighten out.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Right.
I can bring that right round if I wanted to, you know, to create a really deep return. But on this particular panel, it isn't that deep. If you look on there, yeah, there's quite a return on it, as you can see. But eventually, we'll come out to there. You see? But if you wanted to come out further, if it was a deeper return, you could bring it right up like that if you wanted to, but you don't need to do that.
Okay.
You only get it out sufficiently so that you can weld the next panel to it. That's the key to it. You need to get out of that return to weld it. You can't weld in a return because you can't finish it. So you've got to get it out to a flat area. So that's as far as you need to go.
Okay.
All right.
So you want to weld on a flat area?
Absolutely.
You want to return to meet a flat area, and that's your weld line?
Every time.
Okay.
You're right on a compound shape because it's not a problem. You can dolly that up easy enough.
Yeah.
But you can't dolly that up. You make a mess of it trying to get it right.
All
so
right.
You've got to wheel out of the returns.
There are those that I've heard who say what you want to do is put the weld line right in the center.
No.
Okay.
How are you going to finish it, Bill? You can't. Unless you've got damn good formers, you can't finish it. With a load of Bondo, yeah.
Okay.
But hey, in Britain, we don't do that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, that actually makes more sense to me to do it this way, and I've wondered.
That is how it's done.
Okay.
Yes, I agree with your principle. It is so much easier to weld it there, but what a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
never have a good panel.
Got it,
ever.
got it.
Every panel that I produce is produced
Yeah.
exactly the same way. Out
Okay.
the return, and they all do it that way if you want it right.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go back to this now. Right, we're now going to cross all this. This puts the finish on the panel.
And the purpose of this cross wheeling is,
To smooth it all out and to get you pull the shape up into the wing. You know, when we traverse forward and back, that's putting a lot of stretch this way. This way is going to curve the panel over, and it's going to give you a nice, beautiful line. Hopefully, I use the word hopefully.
and the wheeling is being concentrated along the highest crown of this?
Yeah, we're staggering
Okay.
it. We're staggering our
All right.
stops there over the top. We're putting a short over the top to bring the crown up, and just throw a few down into the return. This is the first of many wheelings that we'll be doing on this particular area. And as you can appreciate, wheeling is a very slow process.
And you know where the highest part of the crown is because you're eyeballing it to the edge of that panel.
Yeah.
You haven't
Our
made
areas, the high crown is here, right on the inside of this cheek here, not up the top, it's here. So that's where our staggers will eventually come in here, down there, because that's where we want our main shape.
any... Okay.
Shift that off there, Jonesy.
Now you're hand manipulating more curve into that.
I just want to curve this back over a bit. I don't want to lose the shape in the back of it for a minute. see where we are with that now. Right, now we're looking at getting a bit more return into it. As you can see, we've got to put that back up there now. It's coming up here now. It's starting to drop on, we're getting close now. Now, back onto our other wheel. Watch your pressure now at the back, because it's not a lot of return in the back, so we just ease up on the pressure. Starting to take on the form now. Back over here, let's check it. There's a little bit of a twist there. Twist that down. Slip that one side for a minute, that's it. We're dropping right on there now. We're actually right down onto the original panel now, really. We'll work on that for a minute, that's okay.
What do you do about this area here that's still lifted up so much?
That'll come down in a minute. That's pretty damn good there. You don't want to get much closer than that. Just, put that there.
Yeah, we're coming off there.
Yeah, put that right in there. Put it on the square. Put it on the square to this edge here, underneath here, James.
Yeah, squares that edge.
Well, you want to put something in. Alright then. There we go there. Put it on down on that. You can't follow this form because of the fiberglass all uneven. That isn't bad. That's about where you want to be, to the centre of that line there, just off that. That's about right there. Centre of that. We're going to get the high crown wheel now, we'll pull this edge down. And it's going to want a bit more trimming off then, I think. Maybe. No, it's not looking bad.
All right.
Yeah.
Now I know we're working on a fiberglass form that we don't want to conform to completely.
exactly.
Right, yeah. But let's say that I wanted to get this part down more.
Yeah.
What would I do?
What would you do to get that down?
Yeah.
Well, quite simply, it is down there, if you wanted to do that.
Okay, but if I wanted to get it down more, I would do what?
The same thing as we're doing.
Okay, reverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same
Now, right here.
Yeah.
Would you just describe what you're going to do to get that down?
When I get this down, I'm going to stretch this edge here a bit. That will drop that down. I'm going to give it a bit more stretch here. See, it's tight there still.
Upside down.
Yeah.